So today's session, continue. Do anybody have any problem regarding your previous sessions?
Yes, ma'am, I'm having.
Yeah, please, Afan, share your screen.
Yes, ma'am. Entire screen share. Ma'am, my screen is visible to you.
Not yet. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Ma'am, I'll open the mail first. I've received these documents from Castra Technologies. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
Castra. Okay, I've downloaded this PBIX file
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm opening it.
Just close on this contact. Just remove this one. No, you don't want.
Which one, ma'am?
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
So here is the file.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to open this hospital management.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, yeah.
You are able to get the data, right?
Sorry, ma'am.
You are
Yeah.
able to fetch the data. Okay.
Yes, but I'm
Uh,
getting this problem. Remove location to
okay.
display latitude.
Yes, there is a settings for this because you're going for the map. You need to ask your settings to be changed. I didn't show you this one, so better to go as a fresher. Please use the only two visuals. One is the table, another one is the matrix. As we go further on,
Okay.
I'll be showing. Anyways, I'll be showing
Okay.
you this today by the end of the session.
I'm getting this table views, but when I'm
Fun.
trying to yes, ma'am.
Fun. I request all of you all. This table is for your reference table. Don't use this table directly. Don't open this, and don't try to access it. Very frankly, it is just to check what are the steps has been followed in this. Take a new PBI file, Power BI
Okay.
file, and do as I had said. Anyhow, you will be getting a recorded session also. Follow that recorded session. Then only the training will be done to you. If you are opening directly and accessing it, it doesn't has any sense in this. We have given you the material also, I suppose.
Yes, when I'm trying to open the text file, but
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, I'm able to transform the data. But when I'm trying to open the file from PBIX file, so I'm getting this problem. And one more thing is when I'm trying to transform this data,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I'm getting this.
Okay. This is the connectivity mode, so there might be a two type of a data over here. One is database and one is import. Direct query and import. You must be accessing the hospital management cannot be seen to you in the table view
Okay.
because it is in a direct. Here, what is the error? Here it is. Oh, because the sale file is in my system. So
Okay.
here, when you click on source path, click on the apply step source path. Source is there. Click on the source. Apply step towards your right hand side.
Okay. Source.
Source. Click on source. Okay. Look
Okay.
at here. It is where your file is. CSV in the formula bar. In the formula bar, f of x written over there.
Yes.
CSV document. See, where is the file located? Is the file located in that location?
No.
That's the reason. Got it? In
Okay.
Castra, somewhere this D drive has occupied this. This is my path. Okay, the same. That's the reason I'm saying, whatever I'm doing it, follow the steps. Don't follow this.
Okay. So,
Try to open your own.
can you tell me where I'm going wrong?
The source path. Today, I'll completely I'll tell you where you are going wrong. Okay, it's a minor thing, but it's an opt that you should use your new PBI file.
Okay. Uh, 1 second, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, इसको निकाल लेते हैं। You said new file, right?
Yeah, you can go from here directly. Oh,
Okay.
at the top, there is a new file option given to you. You can go that way also. Okay, type in the search bar, Power BI. Type in Power BI over here. Yeah, click on it.
Okay.
And follow the steps, whatever has been said to you, along with the data sets. Yes, go for it. As a fresher, you should follow this. Anyone else is having any problem? Here you have a data set. Afan, wait a second. Wait a second. Afan, don't go
Okay.
that way. At the year use data set, just click on this. Towards the left hand side, there is an use data set written. Add data to your report. Add data to your report. Towards your left, you can take it out. Leave this, get data, come into the data window. Yes. Now you can see data window. Now add to your report. Last option. The last option. Last option. You're going right. Add to your report. Add
Can
data
it
to
help
your
me?
report. Add data to your report.
Oh my
Check it
God.
out where it is written.
Add to your report.
Okay, in the session I'll show you. No issues.
Okay.
Any
Okay.
other queries? Good. I appreciate you have started at least. Stop the
Ma'am, should I
sharing.
stop sharing? Okay.
Yeah. Next, anyone else has having any kind of a problem? All thing will be considered while I'm teaching it. It's a minor errors you are having it. Okay. Let me share my screen. Is the screen visible to you? Is I'm audible correctly?
Yes.
Mm. So yeah, today's session, I'll do with your today's session as we are going simultaneously. Upon the points will be considered. Okay. In your last session, what we have done, just me recap. We have talked about the connectivity. Please mute yourself.
Oh, so sorry.
Last session, I have spoken about your connectivities, connectivity mode. Okay, in this connectivity mode, I have spoken about you. One is your import mode. The next is your direct query mode. And can anyone tell me what are the next and next?
Live mode.
Fine. And now, anyone can tell me what is happening in the import mode? It's a default one. If no window is popping up, that means it is a default one. And the next thing is that it supports all the data, all kinds of data. Okay. And the next thing is that it is working on compressed data. It works on a compressed data, or it works on your local copy of your data. And where the compression is taking place, can anyone in the session? Where the compression is taking place?
Vertipack.
Very good. I'm really impressed. And how
X
much it is
velocity.
okay, yeah, fine. You can say X velocity also. This is a definite question for your interview time. What is vertipack? What is velocity? If they ask you what is vertipack and what is velocity, so it is the component where your compression is taking place, and it has been high performance analytical DBA. It is an high performance analytical DBA. I'll just mention over here. It is an high performer analytical DBA. It is a machine. It is incorporated along with your BI, or if not with your Windows. You need not to install. And they will ask you whether you need to install this differently. No, you need not to install it differently. It will be coming along with your Power BI or the Windows. Fabulous. The next, in the directory, what is happening in the directory? It supports what type of a file? It supports only database files. Okay. And what is the next thing? Here, what we have, we
No
cannot,
local copy.
no local copy. Great. When there is no local copy, what is happening? No local copy. So what is happening? We cannot view them in a table. Can't view in table view. In your PBI, we cannot view this. PBI means Power BI. In the Power BI, table view cannot be available to you. Fine. And what is the drawback of this? Drawback, what was the drawback? We need to have your environment. We need to have the environment, that is your network, high speed network you need to have. And or you need to have other resources, dedicated resources you required. Other resources, all that you need to be there in. And the next one, coming to the live mode, which type of a file it will support? It supports only two data, that is O feeder data, O data. It supports the client cloud data. And the cloud, how many types of a data are there? Two types only. O data is there. When you are going to fetch the O data, the example link of O data is what? Northwing. Northwing data, we are using it. And now another data which is supporting is your analytical data, or your analysis data. Okay. And now beyond to this, there is another one way of fetching of the data is your web data, which is also called as a scrapping, or taking of the data from the different websites. Why we are taking this data from the websites? As you are coming across, the best example is that you are going for the e-businesses. We go for the e-shoppings, right? Comparison of your price in your e-business, e-price. I mean to say e-shopping. We do the e-shopping, right? Do everyone does or not?
Yes.
So this is where you can find the comparison of your prices. Where is the less price you can come? This is one of the best example. This is one example. IPL, you have your live broadcasting will be there. And if you want to go for your GDP, how the country's growth is taking place, we can go for your IMF data, IPL. I have said you. These are the few data where you can fetch it out from the websites. Any type of a website you can go. You can go for the Bitcoins, or you can go for your any digital marketing where that every time there will be a change, a gold rate. Here you can go and check it out the data. Now this was here in your previous session. We have done it. Now coming to the today's session. We'll be talking about your transformation. This was how to get the data. Now, when you are having a data in your Power BI, the next step will be your changing the data or cleaning the data. Cleaning the data or changing the data or transforming the data. This will be taken place in your Power BI Power Query Editor. Your transformation will be taken care by your Power Query Editor in your Power BI. Clear? Now, how to go, where to go this? Let me take you to that part. How to start Power BI in your system. There is a search window. Here you need to mention Power. As your app will come up, open it up. It will take fraction of seconds to open. If it is taking too long, that could be your RAM problem. How to check the RAM? I have said you go here and check it out, your RAM. And if you find any junk files are there, try to remove that. Yeah, I have lot of memory. RAM memory is there. See, as we are trying to log in, you will be getting this. Okay. Now, going for the blank view. Now, Afan, I was talking about this. If you don't have any data set, you can use this data. Here it is mentioned, use sample data. When you click on this, you will get the data. I'm just clicking on it, loading the data. See, now tell me which mode it is. Whether it is a direct mode or there is a import mode or a live mode. In which mode the data has been connected to you.
Import mode.
How come import mode? How could you say import mode? How? Just support your answer.
Directly loading.
No
Fine.
pop-up.
Very good. Fabulous. Now seeing this data, you can make it up, whether the data is in a proper manner or not. Can you make it up? By seeing the data, I feel that it is organized. It is organized, so I am going with their load data. But for you, as a fresher, try to use the transform data. It will take a fraction of seconds, not beyond to that. But the session is going on, so I'm going with your load data. For you, please go with your transform data. Due to that time constraint, I'm going directly to the load. See here, how many rows are there? 700 rows are there. Here you can see in a data window, you can see this. And from this data also, you can perform all the activities which I am showing you. This is a one data set. Now, what I want you two people to make your own data set. So how to make your own data set? You can build up your own data set. For example, let me do with your product and a sales. I am creating a product and a sales data set. Okay. I have a product or LG, LG, I have 500, okay, 500 bucks. And I have a Sony 900 and I have Apple 1000 and that's it. Now I'm saving this file where I have to save. I'll be saving in the evening batch. So name over here. At this moment, we are going for your basic transformation. So I'll just put it as a basic transform.
So, ma'am, before you save this file, can you just remove one of the commas which you have inserted? I just want to see how it will react.
Okay, fine.
Thank
It
you.
won't allow you. It won't allow you to get into this file.
Oh, okay.
Actually, fine. That's great. Great. Your name, I'll put it as basic transform. Basic transform.txt. See, when you are now, I'm closing this file. If you keep it open, also doesn't matter. I'm just closing it for better sake. And now, what we have to do, we need to get the data. And when we are fetching the data, which type of a data it is? TXT, text data. Okay. So here, click on text data. Go to the location, and in this location, we have where we have stored. I stored here only, I will suppose. Let me go to this location. Basic training we have saved or what? No.
In evening batch.
Evening badge I have. Evening badge I haven't mentioned. Where is the file one? Okay, fine. I'll create new one for you. No issues. I have to take care. Location wise, I need to take care. Product and a sales. product and a sales. A, I'll take it. B. This should be in this format only. If it is not so, what will happen? We'll see. In basic transformation, I can see morning batch. In a morning batch, we have saved. Basic transformation, here it is. See here, what is happening over here? It is considering, if I am not taking a comma, what is happening? It is considering one column or one section for this. Clear? Because your delimiter is what? How the value is being delimited by using a comma. If you have any other delimiter, you can go for it. Clear? If you want to have a tab in between, you can go for a tab, a space equal to sign. So I'm using a comma over here. If you're not using a comma, what will happen? It will be considered. Is everything solved now?
Load data.
Not yet. Okay, you want to. Okay, I'm just putting to the transform data. See here, what is happening? You are having a null value over here. In a sales, we are having a null value. But actually, we have given 1,000 value. Fine. So what is happening? Without comma, if you are going it, this is a CSV file. So your delimiter, one column to another column, you are segregating through your comma. Clear? If I'm putting a comma over here, now you can check it out. Refresh option is not there. Got it?
Ma'am, can't we do it in Power BI instead of opening the file?
Yes, we can do it. Here is your enter. As you learn new, so directly going to Power BI could create a chaos. That's the reason I'm going step by step. Once try to create the file outside, then take it from in. Your first task is to get the file in. Anyways, you will be provided with your server name in a real scenario. But to have an acquainted how to get the data into the Power BI, I am using this way. Clear? Now everyone clear
Yes,
with
ma'am.
it? Yeah. Now, by default, you can see this here by default it is coming. But actually, see here, your data is coming from where? Your location. Everyone with me, just pay attention to this. Pay attention to this formula bar. In your formula bar, what are the things are happening? Behind your screen, Power Query Engine. This query engine is provided by this mashup language. So mashup language is taking place. So what is the first statement? Whenever you are calling a dot, means you are calling from your subclass. This is just document is coming from the subclass. We have a major class called as a CSV file. Whenever a dot comes, means that is a part of it. For example, I have students over here. I'll take an example of Afan Salman. Okay, so Salman is a son of someone. Salman is a friend of someone. Salman is a student of someone. Fine. So Salman is playing so many roles in it. This is the Salman. If any one part you are taking it out. So whenever I'm talking about Salman as a student, so I'm talking about only one part of that Salman. So this is also the major class, and from the major class, you are picking up the one section. That is the only document part you are taking. Do remember this. This will be applicable to any kind of programming language. Whenever the dot comes, means it is understood that only a part of that major file is been taken. Okay. Now, the next part, the content file is a content. And where is the location? This is the location. You are going for it. And when you are taking this location, what we are looking at the beginning also, at the navigation bar, you have seen it, the delimiter. Your delimiter is comma over here. And we have a column 2. How many columns we have? 2 columns. If we have 3 columns, your columns will be indicating. And this is the encoding. As we go on, your keyboard has been encoded with your ASCIIs. So this is the ASCII, and in which style it is. Code style, none. By default, it is taking it up. No other style we are opting it. Okay. This is the where your transformation is taking place. And by default, you are getting this promoted headers. What is happening? Here you can see. The data was in this format when it was taken into the Power BI. And Power BI is giving you this promotion heads. So what had happened, just see in this, the column 1 and column 2 were there. Now what the next step? Next step was that they have promoted your headers. The first row was become to your header row. Okay. And the next thing is that they have changed the data type. Here you can see the data type change. So this is how it is possible, because of there is a setting in your Power BI. There is a setting provided in your Power BI. I have checked that. If it is unchecked in your system, try to check that. A file, in your file, we have an options. You can find there are 2 options available to you. One option is your local option. Another one is your global option. I need the pen to use, so that's the reason I am using this. Here you can see you have a global option and you have a current file option. If you are going for the global option, this file settings will be applicable to your complete Power BI. And this file will be for your current scenario. Clear? And when you are coming to this files, when you are coming to this file, here you can see loading of the data. Data load. When you are coming for the data load, here you can see in the relationship and type detect. Here you can see by default I have put in data. Type detect means what is happening. It will detecting your data type, everything. This is the reason why always put it checked. Always put it check if it is unchecked. And in your global also, global loading also, you can find that option. Detect data types and unstructured here. Always detect data type. Getting or not? See here. Always detect column headers and unstructured data. So when you are putting it, what is happening? It is detecting your data types. Your transformation will be with respect to your data types only. Clear? As we go further, again 100, 200 times I need to access this. Every day, day-to-day task is this. We need to access this all. Okay. Now, once this is done, that is the reason we are getting this type of from source data to this, and this detection has been done. If this is not done, so how to do this? Okay, if it is not done, how to do this? Let me put it back in your original size. Now, what are the transformation you need to do? For the transformation, where you need to do? You need to go here and do the transformation. Fine. Every time I was saying. Now, the first transformation, so let me remove this also. Actually, the data was in this format. So what is the first transformation? I need to have my metadata, or I need to change I need to have my columns. So what are my columns? My columns are the product and the sales. So how to put, and when we are going for the transformation, I just want to mention that when you are going for the transformation, there are 3 tabs. One is your home tab. Okay. Before going to the transformation, I want to mention it. This is your Power Query editor. this Power Query editor is having a components that are total six components are there. The first component is your toolbar. This is your toolbar. And in this toolbar, there is a home tab, transform, and add column. Three tabs will be using. In this home tab, you will be doing your basics transformation. What are the basic transformations are there? That basic transformation will be done over here. The second module, component is your query. Anything which is coming into the Power Query editor, will be in the form of queries. See here, your data set, data type, whatever it is, it is coming as a Power Query editor. This is your second module. Now coming to the third component, this is your third component called as a data. This is called as a data component. In the data component, all your transformation will be taken place. And the fourth component is your data settings. In your data setting, all your properties, everything will be set out. And the last one is your fifth component. In the fifth component, whatever the steps you are performing for the transformation will be recorded over here. Clear? So this could be another question. In a Power Query editor, how the data will flow. The data will flow from the toolbar and then to your Power Query queries. And with this queries, the data, and we have a query setting, and we have your applied steps. Applied steps can be do, undo. Both the way we can do it. Clear? Do anybody have a doubt in this so that I can move forward? Okay. Now, next step is that we have taken up the data. Now, when we have taken up the data, so what I need to do, the step is that I have to check whether I'm using my columns are there or not. So here in your home tab, I just said you, this is your basic transformation to your data type. And now what data it is. Now, what are the first thing I need to have my metadata. To attain the metadata in a transform tab, in a home transform tab, we have an option called as a use first row as a header. So this is my first row header. So this is the reason why first row header has come up. Okay. And the next is, now my first row header has come up. The next thing is that I need to check my data types. I need to check my data types here. I just want to mention it very clearly while checking. Okay. Let me put it down your what we have just said to you. Power Query editor, and this Power Query editor is coming with your how many modules? Tell me. How many components? Sorry. How many components are there?
5.
5 components. Very good. Tell me what are the 5 components? Actually, it is the 6 component, not 5 components. It should be 6 components. I'll just repeat once again. Components of your Power Query editor. Your Power Query editor, in a short form, it is called as this way, and it is having a components. And the first component is your toolbar. In the toolbar, you are more concerned of your home tab. And in the home tab, you will be going with your basic transformation. Your basic transformation will be conducted, and the next tab is your transform tab. As we go further, I'll be talking about this. In the transform tab, the result will be shown. The result will be shown in the same column. Okay. Another one is the add column. Add column, the result will be shown in a new column. Okay. And the next is we have next component we have is your queries over here. What does a query contain? Query contain your data sources, all your data sources, data source or data tables, whatever you want to say it. More technically you are speaking, you should say data source, data set, data table, Choice is yours. Whatever, as per your company standards, you can use this. And the next says that we have another thing. Yes, I forgot to tell you about the formula bar. Now coming back to this, we have a formula bar. This is the formula bar. By default, your Power Engine is taking care of this. As we are doing it, we are not writing any code as such. Whatever you are doing, promote data you had set, by default, your Power Query Engine. The Power Engine behind this is working it, and this Power Engine will be using this query written is in your language called, that is your M language, or it is also called as mashup language. As we go further, I'll be explaining you this. All your transformation, all your Power Query Editor, this query editor will be taking care of your M language. So I'll be talking how how to write an M language, to how to understand this M language. Okay. Now coming back, here you have your formula bar. Formula bar, what will be there in the formula bar? In your formula bar, you will have your transformation codes. These codes are written down in your M language, and it has been supported by your query engine, Power Query Engine. Power Query Engine. By default, it will be taken care by your Power Query Engine. You need not to do anything. If you want to work with it, you should be acquainted with it. And the next is your data window. Okay. We have a data window. In the data window, all the transformation will be taking place. All the transformation will be taking place over here. And the next is your properties, query settings. We have a query settings. In this query settings, we set for your properties, whatever the properties you want to go for your queries, you can do it over here. As we go further, I'll be talking about this. And the next very important is your applied step. Applied step is the transformation steps. Here are your transformation steps. Transformation steps occurred or taken up. Okay, taken up. Clear? This is your Power Query Editor. In the Power Query Editor, this all the things will be working. Now I am going with your small data. The first thing is that we have promoted it. Now next thing is that we have to go with your data sets. Now next transformation. Next transformation, what I was doing it, I have to change with your data sets. Now I want to talk about the data types in this. In your data types, I have spoken about the data to you in the first class. What are the data? 0 to 9. 0 to 9 is called as your numbers. Numbers, and this
Ma'am,
will
can you show me the components in the query 1
Sure.
to 6?
Yes. Again, I'll show you. See here, this is the first component. This is your first component. This is called as a toolbar. This is a toolbar. In this, we have a home tab. Whatever the activities you are performing, here you are saying it, this is your basic transformation. This will be applicable to all type of a data, irrespective, not specifying any data type over here. Without specifying any data type, you are doing transformation. Complete transformation is taking place over here. When you are coming with your transform data, with transform data, we have a data specification. In a add column also, we are having a data specification transformation. Fine. The next, this is your first component. Clear? Now coming to the second component, any tables, whichever you are taking into your Power BI, whatever the tables you are taking into the Power BI, whether it is your text file, Excel file, your database file, whatever the file you are taking it, that will be considered as a query. Clear? This is your second component. And the third component is this is your formula bar. By default, this formula bar will be taken care by your Power Query engine. This is your Power Query. Here is your Power Query, and behind this there is some engine going on, and this engine is supported by your M language or mashup language. The next component is your fourth component. This is the window. This is your window. Data window. This is your data window where your transformation is taking place. Clear? And now coming to the next one, this is your Power Query settings. Power Query settings talks about your properties. Properties of the data, whatever the data it is. The data I said you will be called as a queries. So that's the reason it is your query setting. In this query setting, we have a properties, all property settings. Now coming to the last one, this is called as a fifth component. And the last component is called as an applied step. Applied step is the sixth component and very important component. So what is happening? Whatever the changes, transformation you are doing it, a line by line, a transformation will be recorded in over here. Clear? Clear now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Now let's go back with your transformation. So I have taken a small data, and when we are going with the small data, when we are going with the small data, what is happening? When we are going with the small data transformation, one transformation we have done, we have promoted to the headers. Now, when we are going for the other thing, we need to understand a data types. I have said you, yeah, 0 to 9 will be considered as a numbers, and this number is your whole number as it is not holding any digital form, decimal forms. If it is holding some decimal forms, suppose this is your decimal form, dot after dot we are having this. So in this case, you will be called as a decimal data, decimal number. Here you can see, here you can see over here you can see we have a fixed decimal, decimal number, fixed decimal. What is the difference between the decimal and fixed decimal is that it is been represented by your thousands value. It will be represented by 1000 value and with your dollar sign. With if it is a currency, mostly it is used for the currency. If you want to represent the number with the currency, we will go with your fixed decimal number. If not, we'll go with your direct decimal number. Fine. And this is your whole number. If you are not having any decimal to it, it is called a whole number. Anything which you want to represent into the percentage, the percentage signs is there. The next option in this is you have your date and time. The next is only the date if you want, and only the duration, complete duration with date, time, and how many hours, how many seconds. And you want to know with your zonal also, you can go for it. And a duration, again, it will be a hour, minute, second. If I want to say, if suppose I want to say last session was when, in hours, if you want to calculate how much hours, 73 hours has been passed, right? 3 days has passed. So this is your 70, I can say 3 days, I can say 78 hours. This is the way of representing it. This is the duration. And the next is that ABC and the binary form. We have, I'll be showing you the binary form. It will be in the zeros and ones. And the next is your true or false. So here, that is the reason I am putting it up. This is in a numerical form.
We can use all of those as per our need, right?
Yes.
Or requirement.
Yes, as per our requirement. Now you can see, you need to check the data. Now check the data 500, whether it is holding a decimal value in this. No. And it is a text value. No. It is your numerical value and it is not holding any decimal. So it will be your numeric. And I had said you every time by seeing the data, you can and you can say whether the data is in the correct format or not. So by if it, I said you in a general way that always it should be on your right hand side. So here it is on the right hand side and your data type also. Right, keeping the data on right side is not the only criteria. You have to be focused on your data type because in your computer we'll be talking about the data type mostly. We'll be working with your data type. Clear? Once it has been converted, now coming to the product. Product is which data type now? It is holding your text value. So here you need to go text. This is the only one. Now the data is in a proper way. The data is now in a proper way. So what we can do it, and whatever the changes you are doing it, that will be applicable to only the few part of it. It won't go with your whole data. See here, at the bottom you can see it will be providing only to the 1,000 rows. Whatever the action you are doing in the Power Query editor will be applicable to only 1,000 rows, and you won't be working with 1,000 rows. You will be working with much more a bigger data. So what is happening if we are going for a half data? What to do to apply to complete data? What we can do? We can go and close and apply. When you close and apply, what will happen? The data will try to load into your Power BI. The data try to load into a Power BI, and it will be loaded into the Power BI. Clear? This is the journey of your transformation and how to come back. And if you want to check it out, for checking purpose, I prefer don't go for the, it is a fascinating to have a different types of visuals, but for until 5 to 6 classes, use tables and matrix for a view purpose. And now I want to check it out. The data is visible over here or not. I can check it out. Here you can see the data seems to be here. Some of the sales and the product. Clear? The data seems to be fine. Now I want one more data. I have a data set with me. So I want that data set to be taken by you and perform some transformation. I'll do view. These are my population data set. So I want this tree to be taken into consideration. So before going to there, I just want to show how to see the data. Where is the location? At this moment, you need to understand. Now you are becoming a data analytics person, so you have to have a capability of reading a data. When you are accessing data, try to see which format it is. For most thing is that as an analytical person, you need to check it out the data format. Here you have a CSV format now. Before going for the data into your Power BI, you should check it up in the Excel or in your system. Rather than the best way is to see in your Excel format. How to see the Excel format, CSV file, how to open it, go to that file, particular file, click over it, and then go with your open with. In open with, you have an Excel option. If you try to double click on it, it will be opening in your PDF format. See here, this is their data. This is your data, which you are going to transform it. Okay. The foremost thing is that the columns are not given to it. So what we can do, how we can change, just now I have shown you. Can even in the, this is the data, complete data is this one. So I just spoke about you, these two datas are out of the way. Here you can see column 1, or here what we need to do, we need to transform this first row to your header. And the next thing is that we have a location ID and location. And we have a time over here, age group, and age group starting values, and the span is 5, and the population in the decimal, male, female, and total. Clear? This is the data. So let me fetch this data into your Power BI. How to fetch the data in Power BI, and whatever the transformation we are doing, where the transformation will be taking place. Now tell me, in this is the Power Query edit, Power Query, where we need to go for the transformation.
Transform data.
Yes, here in your queries, we have a transform data. Click on transform data. A Power Query editor will be open. Clear? In this Power Query editor, if you want to take a data into it, we have a new source over option over available here, which is very much similar to your get data. which is very much similar to your get data. See here. Okay. Now, what file we need to take?
Excel.
X file.
Text file and CSV file. Just now I've shown you. Pay attention to the file, please. CSV file. Okay, this is your CSV or text file. One or the same thing. Here I have to pick up a new file. So I'm going with your new source. In this, I am going with your text file. And in the text file, I have to go to your training data set. In the training data set, let me take it up, the first one. Now, by seeing this first population country, 1952, 999. This is my CSV. Now, looking at the view, what you can find, it has to go through here. It has to be checked and it has to be removed some errors in this. It has to be clean. So what I need to do, I am taking into your Power Query editor. By clicking on this, this is your Power Query editor. Now it has come up. Now, what is the first thing that I have to remove this first row? See here, first row I have selected. As a data analyst, you should not delete any rows unnecessarily. So you need to judge it. You need to have the power to analyze whether this column has to be there or no. An optimization level you need to work. Now, looking at this, here you can see column 1, column 2, no data is there. Okay, no data is there. So what we can do it, we can delete this. And the next thing is that we can make this row as your header row. Fine. So now how to delete this first row? For deleting the first row, this is the basic transformation. So what I said you, it will be performed in the home tab. In the home tab, what I'm doing it, I'm reducing the columns. So how to reduce the column? Here you can go it and you can mention it, remove from top. Remove from top. So as the dialog box appear over here, so I need to delete only first row of the column. If you have 2 or more, you can go with the number over there, whatever the number. See, as I am putting it, the apply step is taking place behind the screen. Clear? You are not writing a single code, but the screen at the behind the screen, your M language is writing it. Now what I have done it, see here. Still more, I need to go with my first row as a header. So here is your first row with the headers. First row is header. As I click on the header, by default, it has been taken up with your data types. Now check your data types, correct or not, whether this is the number. Yes. Here I am seeing a local ID, location, and here the data is talking about the time, group. The next column, it is talking about the age group. When it is talking about the age group, here you can see the start date and this is the span. Now you can see the start date, it is starting from the 0, ending at the 4. But this data type format is not appropriate. This is not an appropriate. What is the month of May hold? May is which month? Number.
5th.
5th. So here there is some mistake has taken place. So what you need to do, you need to check this out. So how to do this? There are the 2 ways. You can go for the column selection and we have a replace column. In the replace column, you can go and whichever the column you want to replace. For example, I just want to go with your May, 9th May. In which way it is written down, that way only you need to go. 9th May, which will be transferred into your 5 to 9. Okay, this is the way of doing it. But at this moment, I'm not going it. if you know in a column wise. It will be a tedious to do so. I will be changing through your value wise. With your values, you can go. This was your column base. This is your value wise. And your value wise, when you are going for the value wise, what you can do, right click on it, the value, whichever the value you want to replace it. Here you can go for replace value, or you can select the and go for your replace. A dialog box will appear it up saying what value you want to replace it, how you want to replace it. 5 by 9. Okay, once you replace this, it was done. Now next again, the 14th October is doing the same thing. How to replace the 14th October? October is the month. Which month? October in
10,
the
14.
yes, 10 and 14. This is the way of transformation. Once the transformation is done, let's start. Just see this. This is holding a 0 value, 5 value, 10 value, 15, 20, 25, 30. This value data is already there in this. So again, why to have a one column over here? We need to work on optimization. The optimization means within the less quantity, maximum output should be there. So here again repetition is there. So we can remove this data. We can remove this column. Another one is the span is of 5 years. Span is of 5 years. Here there is a difference of 5 years of 5 years, 5 years, 5 years. Everywhere where you are going it, both are 5 years. So what I can do is I can delete this. To delete two columns simultaneously, I need to select it. For the selection purpose, select the one column and shift on your button, keyboard, and click on this. So here, this is how your two columns are being selected. Now, this is your basic transformation. So home tab, and what I'm doing it, I'm not drawing, I'm going for the column. Just click on this column, you will get deleted. Or if you want to choose the column, you can choose. Either way, you can do it. Okay, after selection, you can go and you can do the undo the values. Whatever the changes are there, you can do undo over here. So once this is done, when you click on this, the data will, the column will be deleted. Another way of deleting is that you can choose the column. In a real scenario, I prefer doing this way. So whichever column you wanted, uncheck this, whichever column you wanted, you can take it out. We don't want start and star and pop male, pop female, and pop top. Okay, total. So this is the section you are going at. You just click on OK, that will be removed. So choice is yours. Which way you want to go, you can go and select, but you should have the ability to check which column has to be removed. So this is your removal. Now check it has been removed. Clear? Now the data seems to be clean enough to move on. One more
Excuse
thing.
me.
Yes.
In the third column, doesn't it need to be fourth column? Sorry, age group. Instead of ABC, it needs to be 1, 2, 3, right?
Yes, very good. Fabulous. Okay. Let me put it up this to you. A good question. See here, the data is what? 0 and 4. 0 is your number. I do agree. 4 is your number. But is this as, what do you say? Dash is your number.
Special character.
Special character dash is a number. Is this a number?
No.
That's the reason it is a text. Okay, this is not a number. This is not a number. If I try to do so, what will happen? You can check it out. Error will end. Yeah, you will end up in error. Whenever they want the error appears, you can find a red line appears in that column. Clear? That's the
Ma'am,
reason.
what if instead of dash, if there is like full stop or else comma?
Anything. Full stop is there, means that is a decimal. It will be
Okay.
considered as a decimal. If comma is there, then also it will not be considered. If it is a comma, then you have to go with here this one. Yeah, this is your place value. It will show your place value. It will show your place value. Clear? So,
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
there is 80 plus over there. Isn't plus a
yes,
special character or
no,
anything? It's not a
no,
number.
yes, yes, it's not a number, but the range which has taken up only 100 and above. If you're going 100 and above, you can write it down plus over there.
No, I'm saying that there is 80 plus. That's not a number. But when we are changing the data type to number, it's coming as 80.
Yes, this is the data format they have put in up. If while you're taking the data in your databases, while you're taking in the data in the databases, the plus sign they have considered it, but your dash sign they haven't considered it. That's the reason in your data set the plus sign has been taken into consideration. See here,
Okay.
you're getting data from where? From your ERPs. You're getting the data from your ERPs. Oh, I'll just go with your TCS.
So
Here,
these sort of settings are done through M language, like in the tab. Is this how
no,
it's
no,
done?
no. This
Okay.
is the data we are getting it. Actually, this population data we are getting from somewhere else. This is a training data set. This data set is been the data admin, database admin, how to take the data, they have designed it. Okay. They have designed it. So while we are checking it, we need to see the patterns, how the patterns are there, and accordingly we have changed this with the patterns. Fine. Let me do one thing for you. Rather than changing this whole data, now you can see. Let me check this 9th May data. I want to show you the 9th May data. 9th May data. Okay, 14th October. This data I want to show you. See, 14th October data, how many times it has been repeated? And we are trying for it. So what will happen? There will be a problem for us. See here, every time Vietnam, here you can see all the countries are there. To overcome this, there is some malpractice has come up with this. You can make it up, which is a malpractice if you work with the data. Now this is a malpractice, so what we can do, typo mistake, something like that. So what we can do it, we can go and replace it. Okay, and this is your 10 to 14. Clear? And data type is already set, and we don't want these two columns. I'm removing these columns.
Ma'am, could you please tell me why did you delete that 2 columns?
Fine, sure. See here, what is happening? Here you can read the start date is what? 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Able to see? Able to see? Here you can see 25, you're also 25. You have a 30 over here, you're also 30. 35, you're also 35. 40, you're also 45. There is a repetition taking place over here. Don't you think? Again and again, there is a repetition is taking place. Already the data is holding over here 0. So again, why you are taking it 0, 5, 10, 15, 20? So isn't it waste of energy when you are refreshing it, whenever you are working with what is happening? The column, your table is wider. So what we are doing it, as I said you, as a data analyst, first thing in your mind should be optimization. Optimization means in a less thing you need to have a many output. When you are working with your large data, you have to know about the memory usage. Every time the memory usage optimization, there will be a definite question how to optimize. So this is a one of the technique in optimization. Extra columns should be removed, so you should know which columns to be removed. So at this moment here you can see 5, 4, everything has been repeated. That's the reason I'm removing this column. One column is removed. Okay, I'm going for this remove column. Gone. Now coming to here, you can see the age span. Age span is 5 years. Here also 5 years. Here also 5 years. You can check it out. And here you have 100. This is your 100. The values which is taking place is here. What values it is taking? It is taking only 100 value. If you are going for 100 plus values, so that's the reason plus is coming over here. Now this value also has been considered in this table or not, this column or not. So that's the reason I am removing this column also. Clear? Once you have removed it, now the data is in a proper manner. Clear?
We can even remove the decimals, right?
No,
Shorten up
why?
that.
No. Yes, you can go for it. Yes, you can go for it, but in the population rate, it is in the decimal format. So yes, we can take it because now you will be working on your low level designing. You won't be working on your own. You will be getting a specifications. That is your LLD. I'll be talking about this LLD. This is will be the information given by your data engineers, how to take the data, what are the transformation you need to do. According to that, you need to do. But most of the time when you are doing it, that is your low level design. This is called as a low level design. Beyond to this, there will be a high level designing. First, as a fresher, you will be working with your low level designing. And this low level designing will be working with Agile, Scrum, everything will come into the picture. So this specification will be given by your data engineers to you. So whether it is in a decimal form, if you want to go for the numeric form, yes, you can go for it. Here you can go for your whole number without considering your decimal. We can go for it, but according to the specification. But at this time, when the decimal is removed, there will be a drastic change because it will be going to the nearest decimal. It's an habit of your Power BI engine will be providing you the nearest. See here, I just want to pick it up. Here, this row, eighth row. Now let me convert this eighth row into your column. So what will happen in the eighth row? Here you can see one value is been increased. Clear? If it is a 0.5, that 0.5 will be considered as a 1. When you are working with your share markets or when you are working with your bitcoins, 0.5 is having a value in it. Clear? Here you can see it. It was 6,236.59. It is above 5. So that's the reason it will be considered as a 1 plus over here. It is below, it won't be considered. Clear? So to have it in the when which data has to be taken into the precise form, you should be taking that. Clear? Now I think the data seems to be very much correct enough. So what I'm doing it, whatever the, okay, very important aspect I forgot to tell you, whatever the information you are doing it over here in your Power Query Editor will be applicable only to your 1000 rows. And mostly you want this, how many rows are there in this? Let me go and check it out. As we are going in this Excel sheet, so let me go and check it out in the Excel sheet. How many rows are there? Here, this is your last row. So my row is how much? This is the rows, number of rows I am dealing with at this moment. So my rows are 6 lakhs. My rows are 6 lakhs. Here you can see the numbers, 1000, and this is the lakhs. So my total rows are, how many rows are there? 6 lakhs 5,215 rows I have, and out of which I am applying the transformation only to your 1000 rows. Now I want to apply to all the, and here you can see you have only 7 columns over here. Earlier it was 2 more columns to be added. It was 9 columns when in an initial stage. Now what I want to do, I want to apply this to your 6 lakh rows. So what I can go for it, close and apply, I can go for it. I can go for apply. I want to open close and apply. When you go for your close and apply, what will happen? The loading will be taking place. This loading, pay attention while loading it. What will happen? Here at the bottom, you will come to know the number of rows. Number of rows will be seen to you. 6 lakhs 5. Okay, 6 lakhs 5. Where else you can go for it? In your data type, in your table view, you can check it out. Oh, I need to check. Here you can see in the data type, everyone with me able to check? Able to check? Okay. Oh no. See here. Here you can see the total rows. How many rows you have? 605213. The same you can find it over here. But the problem over here is that we forgot to check with your blank rows. So let me go back to your transform data. How to go to the transform data from Power BI? We have a transform tab. Click on transform tab. You will be reaching to your Power Query editor. All the transformation will be taken care over here. Here you have the data, and in data, I just want to check it out, the blank values. How to remove the blank values? Just go here, remove blank rows. Fine, if I'm removing a blank rows, how many rows are been removed? You don't know. So let us see by close and apply. As I go for close and apply, your part is loading.
Ma'am, I have a quick question.
One sec, let me complete this.
Okay.
When it is loading it, see here. Here, pay attention, everyone. Here you can see how many rows are being taken care. Earlier it was 6 lakhs. Now it is here. See here. Now the row is how much? 1 lakh. It has been reduced down to 1 lakh. Clear? Earlier was only it was applicable to with your blanks. Earlier in your Power Query editor, it is applicable to your 1000 rows. Now it has been applicable to your complete 178. 1,78,000 rows. Yes, what was your question now? Tell me.
Yes, ma'am. If the blank rows are not appropriate, then does it spoil our sheet?
Yes. Okay. I just want to bring up to you one more thing. Let me go back to the transform data. And what are the errors you can encounter with this? I'll be showing you. Here you have your data. In this, I am going with your blank data. I am going with your blank data, applying it. As I'm not going for close and apply, so your Power Query editor will be open. It will be going to your 6 lakhs again. The data will be going to your 6 lakhs. And how much detection is there? 5 lakhs data is blank over here. Okay, now coming to your Power Query editor. Now I'm going to your view option. In the view option, see here, I am trying to pull up the data. This is the best way you can check it out. This is the best way you can check it out. Here I'm going with my location name, and with the location name population I'm trying to put it up. Any blank values are there, that will be shown to you. I'll show you. Any blank values are there, that will be shown over here in your elapsed time. Your blank values will be shown at the this time. It is not showing it up. Blank values are not coming up. If you want, you can check it out. Filter up. Here you can see how many blank values are there. You can check it up. I want to take only the blank values here. This is how your filter will work. Clear? This is called a page filter. And this, how many values? It's a better when you become a data analyst, complete analyticals, you are doing it. You need to check this filters every time. Whenever you are checking the filter, these are the entries. See here, this is the Afghanistan. We have 890, Albania 819, Algeria 890, these are the 890 entries are done. If I want to stop this, if I want to stop this entries, what I can go for is I can go for the count.
Ma'am, your voice is not audible.
Okay, thank you. Here you can see it. If I'm going with your distinct value, if I'm going for the distinct count, what is happening? If I'm going for the count, so when I'm going for the count, there will be a repetition, and I'm going for the distinct count. What will happen? There will be a no repetition with that number. 201, 201. These are the only 201 and 201 entries. That's it. So how to pick up the data also you should know. Clear? This is the way of checking your data, whether it is a, and now over here we know about the data. It's on a best practice. Whether your data has been there or not, best practice that you need to go and go for your blank rows remove. It's a best practice. Whenever you're going for the transformation, go for this best practice and then go for apply, close and apply. As a freshers, please go with your close and apply. Once you are acquainted with your Power Query editor, you can go for it. Now, this is how the transformation is taking place. And one more thing, which I found to be transformed, it is talking about the population and country. We have a location and location ID. Instead of location, we can convert to this to your country. So where I can go for the transformation? I can go for the transformation into your transform tab. Let me change it out, and you should have the understanding of the data set. When it is talking about the population and country, this is talking about the location. This is talking about the location. We can convert this, yeah, we can convert the names, we can replace the column names. What I can do it, I can go with your country ID. Country ID, I can go for the country, I can change it to country ID, and to the location, how to change the name. Here double click on it, you will it will allow you to change. This is your country name. Country name. Renaming is taking place here by default. Your M language is taking care, and who is taking care of this? This is your query engine. Once done, the transformation is done. Here go and apply and close. This will be applicable. Now you can check it out in your Power Query edit. Power Query. Here you can see the name, country name, country ID. Country name and country ID. Or if not, here you can data type, go and check it out. Yes. And with your data numbers. This is the one type. Now, one more thing I want to go with. Let me go with another data type. Another data, another file, and this is, I'll go with this data because this data is having an error. I want to show you how to rectify the errors. So now coming to this data, I'm picking it up, this data. So how to pick up in the data? I have spoken that the transformation will be taken place in your Power Query editor. To get that data into Power Query editor, we can go with your new source, which is very much similar to your get data. Here I'm clicking on the text CSV file. So my format is the CSV format. So as I click on it, the browser will take you to that location. Yeah. Here I'm picking up the data set which I want to be in my Power BI. Once in it, it has to be transformed. Okay. See here, by default delimiter, original file. This is the only thing you were checking in your Power Query. In the query also, you will see the same thing. File origin, delimiter, data type. Take your time and just check it out. Now, coming to this, foremost thing what I want to do, I want to change this to my, what I did to your country ID. So I'll do the same changes here also. I'll go and do quickly, I'll go and change to your country name. Okay. And then this is your, okay, your age group. In the age group, the same, I am changing it with the value 5 to 9. The next is the October 10 to 14. Okay, and these two are not required. So let me go and click. Oh, don't be in hurry. Hold on to the shift button. Okay.
You can use control also, right?
I don't think so. Control work. Shift will work. Yes, control also works. And now, if you want to change the data type simultaneously, you can select this, click, and then you can change it simultaneously. All will be changed. Anyways, it is in the correct format. And yes, now let us load this data. Now I'm loading this data. While loading the data, see here, you got an error over here. I have provided a restriction to this. One more thing I want to tell you, while loading the data, you can go for your multi-process. At this time, what I am doing it, I am going for one table at a time. I have 2 or more tables in this my data sets here. I have in a Power Query editor. Okay. First let me talk about this errors. When these are errors while loading it, many a time in a real scenario, when you are loading the data, in spite your transformation, you are some data errors will be there and you try to upload it. At that time, this type of information will be popping up. It will be saying that there are the 3 errors while loading. So what is the first task is that you need to go and view the error. At this moment, I'm not going it because it is a very time consuming it. And over here, it is mentioned very clearly on which data set it is holding your 3 errors. So I knew about the data set and it is holding 3 errors. Fine. So let me go to that error. How to go? I'm going with my transform tab into your Power Query editor. In your Power Query editor, in the Power Query editor, I have to go with your 20, 50, 20, 10. In this, it has been mentioned that you are having an error. So here in the keep error, just check it out, only the error. Keep rows, go to the keep rows in a home tab. In a home tab, reduce rows. We have seen here 3 rows are errors. So here what we are going at, I just want to see the keep rows. That's the reason I'm going it keep errors. Now when I'm going for the keep error, here these are the 3 errors which are there in this. So now let us see what are the errors are. Let me check it out. What are the errors are? You will get to know about the error. What is an error? See here, we cannot convert to the number. NA cannot be converted to the number. That is the reason. This is the error is saying that country ID is holding your digit number and it is what it cannot convert to the numbers. Fine. So what I can do it here, you can see it is not showing any error. And while showing an error, the red color line will appear. See here. This is a red color line. It is appearing. Here you can see it is not showing because in the text, NA will be considered in the text. That's the reason there is no red line or green line is appearing at this moment over here. And if it is an error, here also the same error might occur. Numerical data conversion cannot be done into text. Yes, cannot convert to the numerals. Okay, if you want to do the undo here, you can click undo. That's it. Wherever the number values are there, it is mentioned error, 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 error. How to overcome this error now? I know these are the three errors in this, so then how to overcome it? So here you can see the name which is given is /NA. So what we can do it, we can remove that row. Complete row is empty. So how you can do, you can go for any column, just go for any column, any random column you are having in the row. Now select only NA. Select NA. Before deleting this, just check it out. Does any rows is having any information? If not, put your logic. If there is a no country name, if there is a no country name, and if there is some population written to it, does it has any sense? Because we don't have any country name from where the population it is having, that population is having no sense in having to be kept into the data. Clear? So what we can do is we
Just remove
can
that file.
yeah, exactly. How to remove it? Here we can go and remove it, remove errors. We can go with this format, or we can go for your filtering option. Both are there. One option very easily I have shown you. Now next option I am preferring it. I prefer it going with the filter option in a real scenario. At times they will say you, I just want to know how many are the NA values. So here you can select all, unselect this. That's it. Why I go because of this? Why I go? I choose this is because null values are also there. We have a null values also. So in while going for any removal of the data, please confirm it. Here you can go and keep it errors we have seen it, and here again select any other column over here, and in this just select null values. See here any values. If you want to check it out in any row, check it out into 2 to 3 rows, and you find nothing there. So what we can do it, we can remove the nulls also. Uncheck. This is the easiest way of doing it. Uncheck the null. Null values also removed. Okay. Now the data seems to be appropriate. Before going further, let me check NA has been removed or not. M coming to the N value. Fine. NA has been removed. Clear? So now the data is very clean. So what we can do, close and apply. In your exercise, what I want you people to do is, I'm giving one more file to you. I want you all to connect this file and remove, go for the transformations. Okay, OLEDB error. OLEDB error will come with the transformation. You have not done proper transformation. Once you go and do it, your transformation once properly. See here, once it is loaded, the errors will be removed. And one more thing I want to talk to you. I have restricted myself. Oh, cannot convert it to the numbers, ODB. Error is still there in this. Okay.
Ma'am, you also didn't remove the blanks.
Always the last line should be the blanks. Apply and close. Now the thing will work. This is how your transformation will take place. And the next thing is that what I want to tell you while loading it. Here you can see while loading, we are instead of having the data, instead of having 2 or 3 files, only one file is been loaded because I have done the processing. That is called your multi-processing. This is a definite question, interview question. That is called multi-processing of the data. This will be a definite question, interview question. Is the processing will be in a singular form, a sequential form or not? Loading of a data. Here you can see in the loading of a data. I'll go with this one. In current data, I'll go. See, in current data, what is happening? Parallel loading. There will be a question, definitely there will be a question asked you. Are you all loading the data? Parallel loading of data will be taken place in a real scenario or not? They will ask you. So first agenda is that we have to look for your optimization. When we are looking for the optimization, what is happening? It by default, if you are going it, so any type of a data you all are having, if you are having 7, 8 types of data sets available in your, when you are working, you will not work with a one data, I said you, data set. At max, you will have to work with your 10 to 20 table. So at that time, what will happen? By default, it will say that 20 to 20, whatever the tables you are having it, you are trying to connect with your database. You will ask, there will be a request sent to your database and you will be asking. And the single database will be accessed by a different department. From your UI department, the people will be accessing your database. From the admin people, that they will be accessing other domains, depending upon the departments, they will be fetching the data. So while you are asking the data in a default manner, what is happening? The request has been jammed over here. It will take a lot of time to go for it. So what we can do, we can disable by using one table at a time. Or if not, we can customize it. The customization is given here is your 6 types. Or here you want, you can go for your 2 types or one type. One time is given to you. Here you can go for your 2 type of a data. Two tables at a time you can load it, or you can load it to your 3 types, 3 tables. You can mention it up to 6 tables. This is an interview question. Parallel loading of table can be customized or not. Yes, it can be sequential order. So here you can go for the sequential order, or by default it will be here n number of elements, whatever the data sets you are having, that you can load it. Now I'm doing it. Now let me go back to this Power Query editor and
Ma'am, maximum there can be only 6 tables.
yes, maximum 6 tables if you are customizing it. If not, whatever the data sets you are having, that all will be considered. I'm just doing for you. I'm loading the data. Transform file. This transform file, I am close and apply. No transformation is taking. A single transformation you are doing in a one table, that will be reflected to other table, and total 4 to 5 tables will be taking place. Let me go and do some changes only. Okay. I did to one table, now 3 tables will be loading. Oh, my setup is so, once I need to close and do it. when you will be doing it loading part, what will happen? 3 tables will be loaded. If you are changing in one table, by default, all the tables will be considered. Okay, that is called parallel processing, a parallel loading of the data. Clear? Till now, do anybody have a doubt how to take up the data and transform the data cleaning parts? Basic cleaning we have done. In a coming session, we'll be doing with your transformation with your specific data type. In a coming sessions will be do with your this data. Meanwhile, do anybody have any doubts? They can ask me. All good. Okay.
Ma'am, are you going to share this data for the practice?
Yes, yes. Upon it's a request to you, better go with your new PBI file. Everyone in the session, please do along with me at least 5 to 6 classes so that you will acquaint with the data understanding and how the data has been pulled up. Once you are acquainted it, so you can do it your own. Afterwards, you can do it if you wish, as per your wish. Okay. Thanks for the day, everyone.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Abdul. Salim.
Like you said, like we can transform data up to 1,000 columns, right?
Yes.
What if we have beyond that?
Oh, you are talking about the Power Query editor.
Yes.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. I'm not talking about the columns. Columns, your table can be wide enough. I'm talking about the rows. Here it is, see here. Here you can see the max rows of your Power Query editor is only 1,000. I said you will be working on your local copy. This is your local copy. So what is happening? This local copy will be
Your
compressed.
screen is not visible, ma'am.
Oh, sorry. Now is it visible?
Yes.
Okay. See, in the transform data, when I'm going for the transform data, let me apply and close this. See here, how to go to transform data in your home tab. We have a transform. Here we are going to the transform tab. And in the transform tab, this is what a Power BI Vertipack come into picture. I was talking about the Vertipack I was talking about, right? So this is what a Vertipack is. What is happening? Any transformation you are doing it will be applicable only to the 1,000 row. It's a rule. It's a rule because it's a tool. We cannot go beyond this limitation. That's the reason when you want to customize your rows, that's the reason we are going with your languages. Languages speak much. They have the customization ability more than the tools. Tools have the restrictions. So in this tool, you have a restriction to 1,000 rows only. And whatever the transformation you are doing in this will be applicable unless you put it close and apply, it will not be implemented. Clear?
Okay. I have one more question.
Uh-huh.
Like in parallel loading of table,
Uh-huh.
in default, how much we can do, ma'am?
Any number.
Any number.
Parallel. Yes. See here, I'll show you. Why it is not been shown, I don't know. When we are doing it, no, you will come to know. Some of the day, I work with a single table, so that's the reason every time it is coming with a single table. I'll do one thing. I'll add one table data set to it. Anyways, I have spoken. I want this data set to be included in. I want you all to practice, guys. See here, when I'm doing this, I'm loading it. Now let me apply. Close and apply. When I'm closing and applying it, you will see all 3, 4. Actually, my system is updated one. I have selected only one table at a time, so that's the reason. It is coming in a sequential manner. If not, when you all are doing it, it will be in your format. You will see many tables. Whatever the tables they are there in this data sources, that data source tables will be taken place. So it will be a multi-processing. In a coming session, I'll be showing you this. Now already has done, so I have to close it complete. So how many tables it will be refreshing? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 tables. Whenever we are going for apply and close, 5 table try to get the data, fetch the data, out of which only one data set is required to us. Clear? So this is
Yeah,
called a parallel processing.
in customize we can do up to max 6, right?
Yes, a max to max 6 we can do it. But it is preferable to go for the one data at a time.
Oh,
One table at a time. Okay. Anybody? Anybody? Any doubt? So we can wind up here. Tomorrow's session will be on the same time. Be on time and get the queries along with that. Because as many as queries you are having, that much interesting could be the class. Thanks for the day, guys.